Title: Echoes of the Past. Sarah and Mark had just moved into their new apartment in the city, excited to start their life together. The old building had a certain charm, with its vintage architecture and high ceilings. They were thrilled to have found such a place within their budget. The first few days were uneventful, filled with the hustle and bustle of unpacking and arranging their new home. But as they settled in, strange things began to happen. It started with small, almost imperceptible incidents. Books would fall off shelves, lights would flicker, and they would hear faint, indistinguishable whispers late at night. One evening, as Sarah was cooking dinner, she felt a chill run down her spine. She turned around, certain she saw a shadowy figure darting past the kitchen doorway. "Mark, did you see that?" she called out, her voice trembling. Mark rushed in, concern etched on his face. "See what?" "There was. I thought I saw someone," Sarah stammered. They brushed it off as stress from the move, but the occurrences only grew more frequent and disturbing. Objects would move on their own, doors would slam shut without warning, and the whispers grew louder, almost as if someone was trying to communicate with them. One night, as they lay in bed, the sound of crying echoed through the apartment. It was a mournful, haunting wail that sent shivers down their spines. They followed the sound to the living room, where they found a single, old photograph lying on the coffee table. It was of a young nurse, her eyes filled with a sadness that seemed to reach out to them. Disturbed and desperate for answers, they began to research the history of the building. They discovered that it had once been a hospital, notorious for the mistreatment and mysterious deaths of its patients. The stories of abuse and negligence were chilling, and many of the deaths had been shrouded in suspicion. Determined to get to the bottom of the strange occurrences, they reached out to a local historian who specialized in paranormal activity. The historian revealed that the spirits of the mistreated patients were likely still trapped in the building, unable to find peace due to the horrific conditions they had endured. The couple decided to hold a seance, hoping to communicate with the spirits and help them find closure. With the historian's guidance, they gathered in their living room one stormy night. As they sat around a small table, candles flickering in the dim light, they called out to the spirits, asking for a sign. The air grew cold, and the candles flickered wildly. Suddenly, a faint, ghostly figure appeared before them. It was the nurse from the photograph. Her eyes were filled with tears, and she spoke in a soft, ethereal voice. "We suffered here," she said. "We were forgotten, left to die in agony. Help us find peace." With the nurse's guidance, Sarah and Mark performed a cleansing ritual, filling the apartment with light and love. They lit incense and candles, reciting prayers for the departed souls. The atmosphere gradually changed, the oppressive heaviness lifting as the spirits were finally set free. From that night on, the bizarre occurrences ceased. The apartment felt warmer, more welcoming. Sarah and Mark knew they had helped bring peace to the restless souls who had suffered so much. They embraced their new home, knowing it was now a place of healing and love, echoing with the memories of the past but no longer haunted by them.